Hello, welcome to another sewing tutorial. Today we'll be sewing a little quilted patchwork flat bottom makeup pouch, or whatever you want to use it for. So if you want to see how I made one so you can make one too, just keep on watching. To start off, you choose 3 fabrics that you want to use. I chose those 3. And then I had a template that I made for my patchwork. I don't always do this, but when I'm not sure, I make a template and it helps out a lot. When you're sewing different sizes of patchwork, you want to do it in blocks. So first I did those 2 triangle looking pieces, then those 2 smaller squares, then attaching those 2 smaller squares to the bigger rectangle, and then attaching that rectangle to that, making it a big block, and then attaching it to the other big block. And then I cut anything extra off. The other side is just going to be a plain piece of block fabric, and the size I'm using is 8.5 inches by 10 inches. And then I have my patchwork, then my 2 liner pieces, and then you'll need your batting pieces, your zipper, your tab, and your tabs for the zippers. And then if you choose to do a quilted design, this is where you do it. If you want to mark the lines or not, I did 1-inch lines up and down. And then you'll attach your main piece to your batting piece, just like that, on both the front and the back of the bag, and then you'll just sew your quilted design, whatever you chose to do. As I mentioned, I'm just doing 1-inch lines up and down. After you're sewn on your quilted design, your batting is going to usually be showing, so you want to cut anything extra you may have off. And if you did use a heat erasable pen, you want to iron that off at this time. And then we're going to get to the zipper. For the zipper, I don't normally work with tabs. I should have made the zipper a little bit shorter. I made it 9 inches. I should have made it 8 inches long. So when you do it, make it 8 inches so your tabs are going to be a little bit longer. But I attached that first tab. You just put it with the edge of the zipper and sew it on, and then flip it over, and then attach your little zipper slider. And whenever I put on my zipper slider, I like to cut one side a teensy bit shorter. When I don't, it usually doesn't work out, so you'll see me do that. I'll just cut it, and it's much easier to put the zipper on and then sew on the other zipper tab. Next is attaching your zipper to the main pieces. For this, I just clipped on the zipper and sewed the zipper down first on one side. You put it upside down, so it's still pretty side to pretty side basically, even with the zipper, but I just sewed that line across so the zipper doesn't move around. And then I attached my liner piece, but you can sandwich together your main piece, your zipper, and then your liner piece. As I mentioned, I just did it for the ease because I'm not usually like working with tabs. Without tabs, I just do the little sandwich, but I wanted to make sure that it's laying in the right place. And you do the same thing to the other side of the zipper. Just do the little sandwich of your main piece, your zipper, and your liner. And whenever you're sewing and you get to where the little zipper slider is, I just like to lift my sewing foot and move, like open the zipper up, like move that slider and keep on sewing, because if you don't, it'll be just wonky and it won't get the sewing correctly. After sewing your zipper on, you do want to make top stitches by the zipper because that's going to hold the liner down and make sure that the zipper doesn't snag onto the liner or anything. And then I cut off anything extra I had. So if you have anything extra, you just cut it off. One of the sides of my pouch was longer than the other, so I also trimmed that off. And then I proceeded to the next step. And the next step was making the little tab that sticks out of the pouch, and you just fold it in half and sew it, straight stitch, and then turn it right side out. And then you'll find where you want to place it. I usually place it on the side where the zipper is closed, and then I clip it into place, and then I go around and clip the whole pouch into place. So I'm getting ready to sew all around it. First, I start with the zippers, make sure they're lined up. Then I do the liner, and then I do the main pieces. And when you're sewing, you will sew all around except leaving a small little gap in the liner. Now to get that flat bottom that I'm talking about, you'll want to cut out little squares on the liner and on the main piece. And I did 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch squares. And you do this from the edge of your fabric, not from the seam. So if you wanted to cut these beforehand, you could have. I like to do it after everything's sewn together. But 1.5 inch squares, draw them on, and then you cut them out. And then you sew them together. You clip them together diagonally and you sew them. You'll see me do that, but just clip them together at a diagonal angle and then sew them together. Now this is where that hole in the liner that we left becomes useful because it is always used to turn our project right side out. In most projects, you will leave a little gap in the liner, but you turn the project right side out, make sure all your corners are nice and poked out the way they should be. Everything looks great. There's no stitches missing anywhere, no extra thread anywhere. That's just no holes anywhere and stuff like that. And once you're satisfied with how it looks, and then you will sew up that little gap that we left in the liner. You just take it out, fold it into itself, and do a straight stitch right across, and then you're done. And these are the measurements that I got for the final results. So it's 3 inches wide on that bottom, that flat bottom, 6.5 inches tall. The bottom is 7 inches long and the top is 9 inches long. And I did want to say a big thank you for taking the time to watch this video and choosing to learn with me. I really hope this was helpful for you and you were able to learn how to make this little quilted patchwork flat bottom pouch. And I really hope to see you again here next time. Bye bye.